Welcome to UCLA and to Royce Hall. I'm Kelly Wall. I'm the Assistant Dean for Student Achievement in the College of Letters and Science. Thank you so much for coming together during these unprecedented times to celebrate our graduates of the class of 2021. We are honoring the achievements of the bachelor's and master's degree recipients of the College of Letters and Science, the UCLA International Institute, the Herb Alpert School of Music, the Samueli School of Engineering, and the School of Theater, Film, and Television. Before we begin, the leadership of these ceremonies at UCLA acknowledges our presence on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territories of the Gabrielino Tongva peoples. I want to remind everyone how much we want this event to be a success. For that to happen, we must observe several safety precautions. I can see that wherever possible, you're seated at a distance from people outside of your household. Very good. I can see that everyone is wearing a mask correctly, with it covering both their nose and mouth. Your mask must remain in place every moment you are inside this beautiful building. Now, this is an unusual one. I ask that you avoid making any loud sounds that would ordinarily come out of your mouth or nose. We weren't allowed to include singing as part of this event because of COVID rules, so please keep in mind why. Most important of all, I ask you to think about how proud you are of your graduate here with us today, and how much that graduate wants you healthy and safe and a part of their life for a very long time. So please, sit apart from each other, keep your mask on, and avoid yelling or singing or any other potentially hazardous vocalizing. Clapping, however, is strongly encouraged. Please turn off your cell phone at this time, or at least be sure it's on vibrate. We encourage you to take photos or videos from your seats. Please do not stand in the aisles because we cannot block them during the ceremony. Family and friends of our graduates, I am very proud to present the class of 2021. It is my pleasure to introduce the Dean of Undergraduate Education in the College of Letters and Science, Adriana Galvan.
Thank you, everyone. It's so nice to see you at this special celebration. I'm honored to address the outstanding graduates of the class of 2021. I want you to know how proud I am as the Dean of Undergraduate Education to be here at this recognition of your achievement. Your victories are our community's victories, and they haven't come easily, as I know you know. Such accomplishments are the product of time and energy and dedication and passion. What you committed to your education brought you to this extraordinary moment, and I'm grateful to be able to share it with you. You are graduates from the #1 public university in the country, and your arrival at this moment is inspirational. Our auditorium today is full of your fans, and trust me, this won't be the last time that you hear a round of applause because you've done something extraordinary. In the years ahead, you will undoubtedly be among those cheering for others, too. Take this moment of joy as an antidote to the challenges of life. Each one of us knows what it's like to feel alone in the silence of doubt when we need to hear the sound of encouragement. I see each of you in the future remembering to support those among us who need to be lifted up by the power of your kind words or praise. So let this day serve as a reminder of how we have the power to summon our collective strength to raise everyone higher. You will act on the impulse to enrich the lives of those around you. Be an agent for positive change. Make this world a better place. Take pride in your lifelong journey of lifting others. For when we reach out to others, our hearts become stronger by becoming more open and compassionate. As much as we might want everything to work out perfectly, there will be times when an obstacle blocks our paths. It's part of life. Okay. You've experienced this situation before. You overcame the challenges of learning remotely at UCLA. And who saw that coming, along with the global pandemic? You persisted when facing the distractions of home life and choppy internet when you were trying to get through your Zoom classroom. The tenacity you showed during these circumstances makes me confident in your ability to persevere. You will be able to step back and reflect on your values, on what matters the most. You'll consider why you persisted, and this knowledge and these skills you developed at UCLA will empower you to soar in the months and the years ahead. You will create something new, something that hasn't been seen or heard before, and there will be positive change and hope. I'm confident of that. I ask you to lead the transformation that our world needs by becoming mentors, by helping others, by offering what you know to those who need it. Mentorship is a generosity of spirit that brings everyone forward, both those who receive it and those who offer it to others. Be the mentors we need in our community, the mentors who build bridges for, rather than build walls against, those who may be struggling to cross over. We give ourselves a precious reward when providing advice and support as valued mentors. As one myself, I know it feels wonderful. Never be shy about turning to someone who has gone ahead and made it back, someone who can tell you what might be just beyond the horizon, because even mentors need mentors. I'm grateful for all the professors, advisors, staff, fellow students, and family who brought each of us here today, because we all need them on our journey. Let's just pause for a moment and thank those people, both the ones who are here with us today and those who are not. Let us revel in joy and gratitude. After leaving UCLA, look for the people in your life who help to make you a better version of yourself. Surround yourself with the people who persuade you not to linger in self-doubt. The mentors, colleagues, and friends you seek in the years to come will help you remember who you are and inspire you to who you want to be. This moment we share right now fulfills your hours of sacrifice when it would have been easier not to push yourself so hard. It is the evidence that you have completed the most difficult courses you needed to take. You were an important part of UCLA's history because of your strength, your voice, your intelligence, and your determination to succeed. Once this day is past, I ask you to imagine it every now and then. Savor this moment, this stage, your commencement ceremony, the seat you are in, the mask you wear, the beautiful people with us today in both body and spirit. Please carry this moment with you and touch on it in your mind and in your heart when you need it most. Give yourself the chance to live in this moment again. Today is one of those life story highlights, and I ask each of you to share your personal narrative with those who need to hear from you. Practice a genuine compassion for yourself, and at the same time, extend that compassion to others, to a world that might not entirely understand you or your story. Know that whatever you are doing, wherever you are, the people around you will be inspired by you to grow and to change, and they will recognize you because of who you are and all that you have gained from your experience as a Bruin. Every day ahead of you might not be perfect. However, enough of them will be as perfect as they need to be, because each one comes with the promise of a tomorrow. And I'm confident that you will make our tomorrow remarkable. I celebrate with great joy the opportunity to share this moment with you. And so, class of 2021, congratulations. Now it is my pleasure to introduce a member of the class of 2021, Michelle Gerbetian. Michelle graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science. Please welcome Michelle.
Faculty, friends, family, and most importantly, the UCLA class of 2021. It is my honor to stand before you and say, we did it. What a year it has been. A year filled with excitement, challenges, compassion, celebration, and primarily a year that has been filled with substantial amounts of change. Without change, life would be static. Sure, change can be challenging and intolerable, but change can also be healing. It can serve as a learning prospect, and above all, change can bring forth the best the world has ever seen. But one thing which has remained unchanged is our Bruin spirit, values, and the blue and gold light which has been instilled in us all. So, in spite of all the uncertainty and the ever-changing world, I encourage you all to take a minute and bask in the greatness of graduating from the #1 public university in the country, UCLA. All of us here today epitomize what it means to be a Bruin. We have all conquered the dreaded Olympic workout up UCLA hills and accepted the bane of our existence, running out of meal swipes. But more importantly, through our passion, creativity, and tenacity, each of us have conducted meaningful work that will shape the future of our respective fields and UCLA as a whole. I find it amazing that despite the circumstances, all of us have found a way to connect with one another and shed a little light when the world seems especially dark. Our university's motto, Fiat Lux, seems especially fitting now more than ever. It is in moments like these that I can't help but feel incredibly proud to call myself a Bruin. Speaking about being Bruins, we all had that moment where we fell in love with UCLA. For some, it was when they tried B-plate or Diddy Reese for the first time. For others, it was when they first touched the water in the inverted fountain or witnessed a jaw-dropping sunset seen from Jan Steps. And for a great number, it was when the UCLA men's basketball team made it into the NCAA Final Four. As for me, I fell in love with UCLA through my laptop screen. As a transfer student, I had 6 short yet incredible months on campus. It was really my dream come true. But just like all my peers here today, I began my senior year feeling the awkwardness of sometimes being one of few students with their camera on during Zoom classes. But my overarching and overwhelming feeling at that first moment when I stepped foot on campus and continuing now is tremendous gratitude. I'm fortunate to be at an institution that embraces diversity and has a culture of inclusiveness. To Chancellor Block, distinguished alumni, faculty, family, and friends, thank you so much for your incredible dedication and support. Clearly, I longed for late nights in Powell and my daily casual stroll down Bruin Walk, but the reason I say that I fell in love with UCLA through my laptop screen is because the most special moments and experiences in life are created with the people you're with rather than where you are. And this year made that clearly evident. Class of 2021, let us be the change that we wish to see in the world. And no matter where we are, let us continue to forever hold on to the blue and gold light and everlasting Bruin spirit that shines within us all. Congratulations and thank you.
Michelle, that was a really beautiful speech, and I think that it really embodies how I know many students feel about UCLA, so thank you for sharing that. When you became Bruins, one of your rites of passage was to uphold our true Bruin values of respect, accountability, integrity, service, and excellence. As alumni, you are Bruins for life, and you remain an important part of our extended community. I now want to share with you UCLA's Principles of Community, which are published in our mission statement. I will read several of these principles to you, then I will ask you to make a pledge with me to uphold them as you join other communities. I quote, "We believe that diversity is critical to maintaining excellence in all of our endeavors. We seek to foster open-mindedness, understanding, compassion, and inclusiveness among individuals and groups. We are committed to ensuring a freedom of expression and dialogue in a respectful and civil manner on the spectrum of views held by our varied and diverse campus communities. We acknowledge that modern societies carry historical and divisive biases, and we seek to promote awareness and understanding through education and research, and to mediate and resolve conflicts that arise from these biases in our communities. Silently, please join me in this pledge. We will commit together to uphold these principles of community in Westwood and in our communities beyond." Thank you. Now we get to honor each of our graduates tonight. Would the first row of graduates please stand and begin your approach to the stage? We recognize you today, graduates, for your individual achievements, and we present you as UCLA graduates to your family and friends. The graduates will cross our stage and have a photo taken before they return to their seats. May our recognition of your accomplishments commence.
Michelle Ani Gurabetian. Zoe Y. Wong. Maria Joaquina Garibay. Sochita Pal. Zara Hassin Ahmed. Tatiana Vershina. James Eichenbaum.
Thank you, graduates. In the spring of 2021, the Chancellor conferred your degrees, and at this time, I want to revisit that moment with an acknowledgement of his words. More than anything, the Chancellor hoped that your experience at UCLA has opened up some windows on the world for you and leaves you yearning to know more. Your experience at UCLA is just the beginning of a life of continuing discovery, and the skills you've acquired here, in and outside the classroom, will serve you well in this rapidly changing world. When we gathered here today, perhaps your tassel was on the left, which is correct. If it isn't, please take this opportunity to turn your tassel as we listen to UCLA's alma mater, Hail to the Hills of Westwood. In March 2020, when the world pivoted to a remote existence, I doubt any of us thought that in September 2021 we would be sitting in Royce Hall, masked, as we celebrated your achievements and milestones. But regardless of that, we are so very proud of you, the class of 2021. Graduates, please stand and be acknowledged by your family and friends. You highly deserve it. Please be seated. And guests, please remember that you must remain seated until the graduates have exited Royce Hall. Family and friends, we are so grateful that you've joined us today to honor this important milestone. We appreciate how important your presence and support has been throughout the entire time these students have been at UCLA. You've played an important role in their success. I will leave you with the words of John Wooden. Success is never final. Failure is never fatal. It's courage that counts. Congratulations, and go Bruins.